Stewart Media and Entertainment presents the Two Live Stews Experience. We back, so
Two Live Stews Experience, Ryan Stewart, Doug Stewart, and we back.
yes, we are back. Do not let anyone confuse you. The Two Live Stews started this shit.
What up to the Qs? How you?
I got so much trouble on my mind. Use to lose.
This right here, this ain't your ordinary ish.
The true to you to push the back, the black attack. So I sack and jab and slack them back. Now I'm ready to mind it.
The Two Live Stews Experience, shouting. If you're not stewing, what the hell are you doing?
Solo, laser, anesthesia, major. Ways to blaze your brain and brain you.
All right, there we go. Good morning. Welcome to the Two Live Stews. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. Ryan's not here, but we got my man, the D. What up, though? How we been, Leo?
What up, though?
What up, though, bruh? Yeah, thanks for joining your boys on the Two Live Stews on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Hey, bruh, if Public Enemy don't get you hyped up, where you going, bro? Where you going? We got Michigan too.
This is what we doing, baby. Hey, look, man, this is what we doing. This basketball time, baby.
It's basketball time, man. Hey, listen, we are joined today on the show by my man Howie Bell, comedian extraordinaire from Detroit, Michigan. Me and this man go back way back. Bro, tell people a little bit about yourself. Are you from? I should have asked you this before the meeting started. Are you originally from Detroit?
I'm from Detroit, dog. Born and raised, baby. What are you talking about?
So where are your people from? Like, where's your mom and your grandmom and them from?
Detroit.
From Detroit?
Detroit.
So
my Detroit roots go back a couple generations before they started moving from Arkansas, Alabama, and all that.
That's what I was getting to.
We from the D, baby, Detroit.
Okay,
my family come from Black Bottom. You know what I'm saying? So they've been around a long time. You know, before the migration. You know what I'm saying?
That's where I was.
I got family as a part of the migration too. Okay. But you know what I'm saying? But we, primarily, like my mother's from Detroit and my grandfather is from Detroit.
Okay.
He moved up when he was a little boy, but you know what I'm saying? So
right.
Which is my father's mother. But anyway.
That's what I was going to get into, or the reason the question came up is because in South Carolina, the Great Migration, where the black folks from down south moved up north, we all moved to New York, Philadelphia, Jersey,
Detroit.
And usually the Midwest, they moved from Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, yada yada yada. So you're actually born in Detroit. That's what's up, dude.
Yeah. Everybody came up to Detroit because they wanted to get a job to play.
Right.
At the plant. You know what I'm saying?
If you got the job at the plant or
you was straight.
Factory in your town back in them days, you was straight.
That's why they made fun of black people with Cadillacs and all that. But these people moved from the South, came to Detroit, and they bought houses, they bought cars.
Right.
And people don't understand. Black people been living really good, man, in some cities, bro. They flourish.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So, bro, tell people a little bit more about yourself. What do you do? What's your occupation? A little bit more about Howie Bell, comedian extraordinaire.
I'm a traveling salesman. I go door to door selling vacuum cleaners. I'm a comedian, actor, been around, in the entertainment biz. I write as well and produce some comedy shows as well too. My name is Howie Bell, and born and raised in Detroit. Graduated from Benedict College in Columbia, South Carolina. Pledged in spring '92. Root to the Q. Square chapter of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. And we got our conclave coming up this year. It's a clave year. We got the Detroit Boat Ride coming up too. We do every year as well. And so, dog, here I am, bro. I'm doing good. I've been around a long time, bro. I've been in entertainment now since 1995.
Wow, wow,
So
and you've done a bunch of big
yeah,
things we're gonna talk about throughout the show.
yeah,
Alright, so the
absolutely.
connection like you just mentioned, you went to Benedict College, which is in Columbia, South Carolina. I
Yep.
think I've asked you this before, but I've taken a lot of hits to the head, and I don't
Graduated
remember.
from Benedict College.
Graduated from Benedict.
Not
Okay.
went,
It's a
graduate.
big distinction.
There is a big distinction.
You gotta be very you gotta have your ears open when you ask somebody that
There
question
you
because,
go.
yeah,
There you go.
I attended so-and-so.
Hmm.
Uh, what's the Benedict connection? How'd you get to Benedict College coming from Detroit, Michigan?
Well, I grew up in Detroit and back in them times. I went to high school in the '80s. And
Uh-huh.
then we're gonna get to the bad boy Pistons and all that stuff. But I went to high school during that time, man, the mid to late '80s, and it was all about back then, it was about school days and
Right.
you know what I'm saying? It was like we were pro black, a different world and Cosby show, you know what I'm saying? So, it was all about going to college, for us. This is pre-social media and all that kind of stuff.
But
So
Central State in Ohio, I mean, that's a
sure,
Midwest city.
sure,
Like,
sure.
how'd you skip all the way from
So
fast
so
go
we
ahead, go
so so what we would do, they would have black college tours and all that stuff from Detroit, and they would go down south up to the AUC, and they would go to even as far all the way down to Florida and back up through and everywhere, even inside the Carolinas. So they had a lot of black college tours back in those times.
okay.
But I did not visit Benedict College at the time. But I'm just telling you how the essence and the aura was and the energy was at that time. People wanted to go to black college. HBCUs were popular before they were popular now. Like that was the thing to do.
There's a
Um,
there's a huge contingency of Detroit people that go to FAMU. I don't know if
absolutely,
yeah,
you,
yeah, yeah,
you, you.
yeah.
And so one of my dogs, who is my LB,
Uh-huh,
Delon Wiggum,
uh-huh,
comes to class. We went to high school together. He comes to class with a Benedict College brochure.
uh-huh.
It was a brochure, just open up. That was it. It wasn't multiple pages or nothing. It was just this.
Right, right, right. Uh,
and he's like, man, I want to go here. And I was like, you want to go here? He was like, yeah. And I was like, all right. So when they applied to multiple schools, and Benedict was one of the ones that accepted both of us. And he wound up staying back, like, I'm not gonna go, I'm gonna go to Wayne State here in Detroit, and then I'm gonna come down next semester. I'm like, man, I thought we was gonna go to school together.
right, right.
You know what I'm saying?
You
So
flip FAMU.
yeah, so here it is, fall of 1990, and I go down to Benedict College by myself from Detroit, and I got accepted. And I tell you, man, it was one of the best decisions of my life, man.
Hey, Howie Bell joining me today on the Two Live Stew. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Doug Stewart Ryan still on spring break vacation with the family. He will be back on Monday. Hey, don't forget, we got the big 404-day parade and block party this weekend here in ATL. Well, I guess she had to go and use the John or something like that, but we got to fly and all of that. But make sure you come and join us this weekend for all of the festivities. All right, bruh, the comedy thing. You have done a ton for 30 plus years in the comedy industry. Your brother, here's another little quick tie. Your brother, Greg Shelton, actually was an executive producer for Black Men Revealed.
Yeah.
And, the story about Black Men Revealed. If you don't know, if you're new to the show, look it up. Me and my brother hosted the very first season of Black Men Revealed. And it was your brother that actually was one of the people that made the call to give us the gig. So he was in there, and rest in peace to him. He passed away many, many years ago. But your brother was in the entertainment game, and you've been in the entertainment game, the comedy game in particular, for over 30 plus years. Talk about that. Did you always want to do comedy, and talk about some of the good times in your industry?
Well, my brother, man, growing up, that was the big brother, so we never got along. You know what I'm saying? So I used to work at the Gap.
Uh-huh.
Back in the '80s too,
Uh-huh.
and he used to steal my clothes and wear them to school. And so I used to hate that. You know what I'm saying? He's the big brother. Can you imagine come down the hall, you see your brother in your new sweater
Right.
from the Gap? You remember with
Uh-huh.
the V-necks, with the colors and all? Come
Oh,
on,
the Gap,
man. You
the Gap
kill
was
it.
the shit. The Gap was the shit in the 80s.
What? I was hey, listen, bro. Hey, man, listen, dog. I had a really good life, man, in the
Uh,
'80s in Detroit, dog. I worked at the Gap. I worked at a place called the Fudgery, too.
the
So I don't
Fudgy.
know if people you remember the Fudgery,
Uh-huh.
but it was real controversial. At this time, they would call it coon. But at that time, we were making fudge. We was like making fudge on marble slabs,
Uh-huh.
but we would sing at the same time.
Uh-huh.
It was some of the most coolest thing you could ever see, but I tell you, we had a lot of fun. We would sing songs like, "Isn't fudge lovely? Isn't fudge wonderful? And we be flipping that fudge. Isn't fudge tasty? And I love it as a boy. But I never thought that I would be here making fudge at the fudgery. Isn't fudge lovely? Yes, it is. What's happened? No, I was the 80s, baby. And my brother be coming up watching us wearing my sweater. Oh, my
Right,
God.
right,
Wearing my clothes.
right.
So anyway, man, growing up in the 80s, man, my brother Greg Shelton and Tony Roney is a comedian as well as my other brother.
Mhm.
He started me in comedy. Greg gave me the inspiration too. And, you know, man, I graduated from Benedict College and I moved to LA. And, you know, I was on Black Mirrorville.
Right. Yeah.
As a guest when you guys were hosting too, man. And I was so proud of that. You know, the bros, him being able to incorporate the bros in that and have y'all part of that. At that time, I remember being very, very proud. You know what I'm saying of that.
Me too. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and so you know, moving on, man. My brother got me involved in a lot of things, man. I worked for the Oscars because of my brother.
Wow.
So you know, I worked for a guy. His last name was Doty. I worked for the pre-production, the red carpet.
Mhm.
The pre-show, excuse me, not the pre-production, but the pre-show and red carpet for the Oscars. The year we went to war, actually, with Iraq, I believe, when George Bush
Right.
was in office. That year, I worked for the Oscars, but my brother gave me that job.
Right.
He made me SAG eligible at the time. I did, extra work and background work for like the Steve Harvey show and, the Jamie Foxx show, just different stuff, at the time. And I remember this is the late '90s we're talking about now.
Right.
And mid to late '90s. I moved to LA in '98. So, we're talking around that time. And so a lot of those things built up a solid foundation for what I'm doing right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, all those relationships and, all those experiences and touring with Jamie Foxx. And I was with a group called The Other Level. We were a
Mhm.
sketch improv group, all of us from Detroit, since we had Detroit show. Myself, Howie Bell, Joe Blunt, Thomas Ward, and Spanky Hayes. And we, had a show, on UPN back then. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and we toured with Jamie Foxx, our man. We had the same manager, which is Marcus King. Shouts out to Marcus King. And, really good times and really good transitions from being a young man, a young comic until now. I appreciate the road, man. I work
Right.
with Diddy too, bro. I mean,
Right.
I've done things, man, you know what I'm saying, that, other people, wouldn't be in a position to do. So, I don't know how long you want me to go because I can go for about 4 hours talking about this.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
actually, I want you to keep the energy going. But listen, I I got to pay a couple of bills here. So let me tell you what's coming up today. We got the Hollywood Report as we normally do every show coming up today around what's that 8 a.m. Eastern time. Well, Holly going to talk some entertainment. We got the last 48, the biggest memes in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group over the last couple of days. And also, man, if you'd like to donate to the show to help us keep the lights on, all right, we would appreciate it. Look to the bottom of the chat to the right. There's a dollar symbol, or depending on when you're watching it, a heart symbol. Click on that and donate to the show $1, $5, $500. We greatly appreciate it. And when we say help keep the lights on, we are not joking, all right? So make a donation. People would appreciate it. We're going to talk some college basketball. We're going to talk NBA. You see Howie's a big Detroit Pistons fan. We're going to talk about them and the great season that they're having. A little bit about the Final Four. And also, we're going to talk about the uniqueness of Detroit, Michigan, and wherever all of the different places we're from. Arlene Tree is going to join us for that conversation. Bruh, I follow you on social media. You've been doing these comedy shows in New York City. And in particular, I've seen you do these comedy shows in Alaska.
Yeah.
I have been to Alaska. They always clown me about me not getting out and going outside or whatever. We had a meeting for the company I work for. I worked for New York Life a couple of years ago. We had a meeting out in Seattle, Washington. And I was like, you know what? This is the closest I'm ever going to get to Alaska. I'm going to Alaska. So when the meeting was over, I flew out to Alaska. It was like a 4-hour flight.
Okay.
So how'd you get hooked up with doing comedy shows in Alaska? I'm curious.
No, the great brothers of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, bro.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And shouts out to the Alaska Qs, you
Uh-huh.
know?
So the Alaska
My dog RC Woodson. You know what I'm saying? That's my dog. He reached out to me a couple years ago, and I've been there 3 times since. So I've been there twice to do comedy and 1 time for a fishing expedition. We went deep sea fishing with the bros.
Uh-huh.
So yeah. So I've been there enjoying it, man. I caught a 75-pound halibut.
Right.
First time fishing.
That's
You
big
know what I'm
over there
saying?
is halibut. Like we eat
Yeah.
whiting over here and catfish. They eat halibut over there in specialty.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every restaurant you go into, halibut this, halibut that.
And it's delicious. Some of the best fish ever.
It is delicious. Okay,
And they
so
think I'm telling the fish story. It was like a 75-pound halibut I caught. For real,
Right.
first time fishing ever.
Right.
But the bros brought me to Alaska.
I didn't know there were that many bros over there to have you come to Alaska.
Absolutely. And very good bros.
Right. Wow. That's dope. That's real dope. That's real dope. All right, man. We are going to get into Detroit basketball and some NBA talk when we get back from the break. Howie, I just found out this morning, shame on me, I deserve some neck or I deserve some discipline. I didn't know you were doing your own sports talk show, bruh.
Come on, dog. Box seats, baby. Monday through Friday. All you got to do is tune in to Humor Mill Magazine with my guy, man, Frank Holder. And we do a show called Box Seats, Monday through Friday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., bro.
Wow. Where can people log in at and catch the show?
They go to YouTube or they can go to, all they got to do is look up Humor Mill Magazine. Right there, Humor Mill. Yeah, you can YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Humor Mill Magazine, all over. But we do a show called Box Seats. But go to Humor Mill Magazine, you'll find it.
So 5 days a week, the entire
Monday
week
through
you do
Friday.
the show. Wow. So box seats, 5
I'll be on today at 5 p.m.
Awesome. Good stuff. All right, when we get back from the break, quick little break. When we get back from the break, we're going to jump into some NBA talk, in particular the Detroit Pistons. They have turned it around. You are a lifelong Detroit Pistons fan. Shouts out to our folks, WGPR 107.5.
Yeah.
107.5 in the D.
Yeah.
Got your mans on today.
The D, baby. I
Pistons
love
are
y'all.
back.
I love the D, baby.
Pause. When we get back from the break, we're going to talk some. Come on, Tree. Don't do that. Not with the guests here. Please, Tree. Cheers, Tree. This is a long story behind that photo, Howie.
Show it again. Show it one more time.
No, don't show it again. Please
show it again.
Please don't show it again.
Is that the casino? Where is that?
That's at a restaurant in Atlanta. This restaurant in Atlanta.
Oh,
we already got a bad...
You went to a show.
And, we already got a reputation of having, a lot of, in this city. And I go in this restaurant and there's a big ass phallus. I took a picture to show Tree about, and to boycott this place. And now she thinks it's a ongoing joke.
Well, that's the culture in Atlanta. It's all good.
No, that's not the culture in Atlanta.
It is. You know it is. That's the first place I saw bearded men with dresses in a parade.
All right.
In high heels.
we go. Please, dog. Please don't start that. Hey, shouts out to Brandon Butler, Butter ATL this weekend, 404weekend.com/parade. Your boys are in the parade. Dog, you ever been in a parade before?
I have
never been in a parade before. I am so excited. Then we got the big block party. We're interviewing a bunch of guests. We're actually doing the show. It's going to be crazy. So check out 404 ATL. I believe that's what it was. 404weekend.com/parade. And all of the events going on this weekend in Atlanta. Quick little break. When we get back on the other side, we're going to talk about Pistons basketball with my man, Howie Bell. Don't go away. Keep it live.
Listen, I played in the NFL. I've taken enough shots to last a lifetime. And let me tell you this, taking a shot just to lose weight, that's not a smart play. That's why I roll with Brain IQ, the all-natural weight chews, cut cravings, boost metabolism, and sharpen focus. No needles, no chemicals, no crash. Just results you can chew on. And Brain IQ is not just about weight chews. They've got a full lineup of all-natural products to keep your mind sharp, your body fueled, and your health on point. Skip the needles, choose natural. Order now. BrainIQHealth.com/REF/1 live stew. Brain IQ Choose. Smart, natural, built for results.
Hey, you know the Pistons won again, bitch. You know the Pistons won again. I'm all. You know the Pistons won again. For real? Cause all we do is fucking win. Let's go. You know the Pistons won again, bitch. You know the Pistons won again. Come on. You know the Pistons won again. For real? Cause all we do is fucking win. Let's feel like K when I'm headed to the rank. We just won another game. That's another back-to-back. Best team in the league, and we really on the mission. I don't see no competition. We the Detroit Pistons. Let me hear you make some noise.
Wow. Howard Bell joining me today. Doug Stewart, Ron Stewart, the Two Live Stews. Bruh, the Pistons right now are 55-21. At the same time last year, they were 3-35.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, man, you got to give a lot of credit to head coach J.B. Bickerstaff and the job that he's done. Cade Cunningham, the Duren kid, you guys got playing center for y'all, man. Talk about the resurgence of Pistons basketball. Y'all got a rich history of winning. You got a couple of different eras. You got the bad boy era with Isaiah and Lane Bear and them cats. Then you got Rip Hamilton and Chauncey, another era winning. Y'all look like y'all might be back and very competitive for the next couple of years to come.
Well, Detroit is a basketball city, man. To be honest with you, we love our Lions too. Don't get it twisted. But Detroit Pistons have been, winning. Other than the Detroit Red Wings, you know what I'm saying. The Pistons have won more, titles.
Right.
You know what I'm saying. So the Tigers only have one, I believe. You know what I'm saying, or maybe one in recent memory in the '80s. But the Red Wings have a ton of them. The Lions have none since they were wearing leather helmets. And so now, so we got about 3 of them, but that was back in the 60s and 50s. But that was before it was a Super Bowl. But people love the Detroit Pistons, man, because we gonna do it every so often. We gonna get it, and everybody going with the Spurs right now. And I know and I love Wembanyama, and that's my man. But I'm telling you, man, if anybody can beat them, it's Detroit. Detroit is just one of those type of teams. I remember they didn't think we could beat the Lakers that year with Kobe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I'm a Laker fan. I'm pretty sure
nobody gave us a chance. And I'm telling you, man, I'm a big Kobe Bryant fan.
Right.
So I was like, I don't know. I was really on the fence that series. You know what I'm saying? They proved me wrong, and so, Detroit is just one of those type of franchises. Bickerstaff is perfect, you know what I'm saying, for it. And as you can tell, even with Cade getting hurt, they still play very well. And so, I'm telling you, man, we got a really good chance at least of making it back to the NBA Finals.
The Pistons clinched the Central Division, ending an 18-year drought. Wow, it doesn't seem like that long. 18 years since the Rip Hamilton era?
Yeah.
It's crazy. So they clinched the Central Division, ending an 18-year drought with a 127-116 victory over the Raptors. This was a couple of nights ago. Jalen Durant dominating. He had 31-9 in that particular game. One of the best defenses one of the best defenses in basketball. I mentioned the 55-21 where they flipped it from 3-35 last year at the same time. They thrived under pressure with an 11-2 record following a loss, proving stability. Y'all, here's the big thing about y'all right now and what y'all doing up there in Detroit is y'all got a franchise player in Cade Cunningham, man.
Yeah.
You can look at the definable guy on most teams, the guy that's going to take you to that next level, to that stratosphere. He just got a complete game. He's very smart. He's got a complete game, like I said. What are y'all saying up there about this kid, man? Y'all hit the jackpot with him.
We saw it. We saw it when he came a few years ago. You know what I'm saying? We saw it. Everybody here knew it. We was like, oh my God. And he is actually playing up to what his potential is. And he hasn't even peaked.
Right.
He has a little bit ways to go, and he's very good right now. And the key though is Detroit has always been about team ball, man. Look, even with him out, we are playing very well, exceptionally well. You know what I'm saying? So with him there, that makes us even that more dominant. So Hey, man, the Pistons are doing very well. I mean, you keep saying the Rip era, man. That was the Rasheed Wallace era, baby.
Right.
That was, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's my man right there. That was that era, you know. That was the Phillips era, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, Rip was the man, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, you had Tayshaun Prince, you had Ben Wallace. You know, them boys, they should have won more championships, too. They went to the Eastern Conference. I believe they went to the Eastern Conference Finals about 6 or 7 years. Or maybe more during that time. They should have went. They should have won more titles out of that. I think they went to the finals maybe twice. They lost to the Spurs, I believe, one time, and they beat the Lakers, I believe.
Oh
too.
man,
It's off the top, but yeah,
when they beat the Lakers, man, that hurt me because you couldn't tell me that wasn't another ring. Like
yeah.
y'all were kind of like under the radar type, very good. And the
Just
Lakers,
like now, and it's
right.
the year with the Spurs. Just
Yeah.
like now, I'm telling you, man.
Uh-huh.
Watch what happens. I'm telling you, anything can happen if Detroit makes it to the finals. I'm telling you.
Well, dog, I don't know if you know this, but right now the San Antonio Spurs are the best team, not just in the NBA but the world.
The world.
Your boy Wemby last night had 40 and 12. I mean, or 48 and 12, something crazy like that. I saw the little headline this morning.
I hate to say this, but the Pistons getting the finals with the Spurs, they're going to have to do him like we did Jordan, bro. They're going to have to foul him. They're going to have to beat him up.
Right.
They're going to have to go back to the old bad boys way and start clotheslining. They're going to have to do something to that man.
But you know what?
Stop him. He's unstoppable.
He's unstoppable.
You got to do something. You got to defense. I don't want him to get hurt. But you got to put some defense, some body on him. You got to do something to change his game.
But you know the game has changed, and they don't allow hard fouls like that anymore, like they did in the 80s and 90s. And I'll form them.
All you need is to do one, get it one good flagrant one. You know what I'm saying? You need one. You got to put some wood on him somewhere.
Somebody's gonna have to come off the bench.
I'm telling you, somebody's gonna have to do something
and sacrifice themselves, get kicked out of the game.
Well, I'm telling
you, this guy is literally an alien out there, man. Last night he went crazy.
Like you said, somebody has to come off the bench and then just foul him every time he gets it. Keep fouling him.
Right.
Until you foul all the way out, get kicked out. So you gotta exhaust him some kind of way.
Who's the guy on y'all's bench right now? That's the Rick Mahorn type that can come in there, give Wemby a couple of bowls. And
he's really off the bench, but that's my man, the black dude with the braids, with the dreads to the back. Oh man, what's his name? I'm tripping right now. He'll fight anybody. That's all right. You know what I'm saying? That's how I got. I'm tripping right now. I'm having a brain freeze, but yeah.
But I didn't really think about that, but you're exactly right. Like, the only way to stop Wemby is the team's going to have to get physical with him.
You got to chop him down, bro. Yeah. You got to get physical with him. You cannot let him run around, shoot threes, block shots, slam dunk. I mean, pass the ball. Yeah, come on, man. You got to do something to stop him. Within legal, boundaries, within the rule book of the NBA. You got to do something to him, though, man. There's no way you're going to win against these dudes if you let him keep doing that. Coach Bickerstaff, I think, could come up with a plan. You're going to have to at least double him every time he get the ball.
Right.
At the least, somebody else is going to have to beat you.
All right.
That's how you got to do it.
Bat Mike 333. Right. Bat Mike 333 says Wemby still has to prove it at the right time. And he's right. There's a difference between regular season basketball and playoff season basketball. Ask James Harden. Ask what's the big center name for the Philadelphia 76ers that's hurt all the time? I'm drawing a blank right now.
Yeah.
The playoff basketball is different, and it was much different back in the day when we're talking about, the old school Pistons and the Lakers, and it was physical. It was a physical brand of basketball. I just think today the officiating is more towards the direction of the European style of play, where it's a bunch of finesse stuff. It's not no hardcore elbow in the paint, and guys.
They don't want you to do that no more because
these
dudes are fragile now. You gotta understand.
These dudes are fragile now.
The guy from the 76ers, you talking about what's his name? The center. He get hurt. He don't play. He play 10% of the season.
Right.
What's his name?
Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid.
Thank you, Tilda.
So I mean, it's like, dude, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Nobody. Look at Giannis. Keep getting hurt right now.
But dog, let me ask you this: what's your thoughts right now about two things? This is a good place to talk about this. About two things. Who's your MVP right now, and who do you see winning it right now? Because There's a lot of teams at the top. They're talking about the Celtics. They're talking about the who we just talked about, the San Antonio Spurs. There's a lot of teams up there. And then also MVP. Joker's still in the conversation. Jaylen Brown's in the conversation. Wemby's in the conversation. Luka Doncic's in the conversation MVP right now. Who do you think deserves the MVP right now in the NBA?
And let's not forget about SGA.
Hell, SGA is in the conversation. He just won it last year and he's having a better season this year than he actually did last year. Yeah.
It's going to be a tough year, man, to determine the MVP. It's going to be tough, man, to be honest. This is just not going to be easy to do. Cade Cunningham's in that discussion, I believe, but he got hurt.
He's a little bit less because of the injury,
because of the injury, yeah. Right. So, but Wemby's going to win, bro. I don't see anybody else. I just don't see anybody else winning other than Wembanyama. I just don't. I mean, the reality is the guy does exactly what we just went over. He can block shots. He defends. He's going to win Defensive Player of the Year, and he's going to win MVP. I'm telling you.
Yeah, the whole defensive argument is something that the other guys really can't claim. He's the best defender in the game as well.
And he's looking like the MVP. Think about it. Your MVP is the most valuable player to your team. Think about it.
Right.
He's the most valuable player to his team.
Absolutely. I mean,
how does he not win it all?
When you talk about San Antonio, if Wemby's not on that team and they just have a regular center,
yeah.
What's that? What's he worth? About 20 games?
Yeah, maybe more.
He's worth 20 games by himself. Yeah. And you know what?
They drop down below the Lakers to me without him.
Yeah, well, the Lakers not doing that bad this year.
They're not doing that bad, but I'm saying, they'll drop down to below the Lakers.
I agree. And you know what? I think because he's already come out and campaigned for it, there's always been, or not always, really the last 20 plus years, there's been this whole, thing where they're trying to include, European players more often in the conversation. They're drafting more international players, et cetera. And I think it would fit into their bill and into their marketing going forward that this is the MVP of our league. All right. Well, as a matter of fact, all of these guys are, foreigners. When you talk about
I'm about to say, Shea's a foreigner. He won last year.
Right. So I think you might be right, man. And then he campaigned for it. Last week, they asked him the question, what do you think your chances are for the MVP? Yep. I like the fact he came out and said it. I deserve the MVP.
I deserve it. I want it.
Yeah.
And he does, man, to be honest. He does. We've never seen anything like this. He is like a reincarnation of Ralph Sampson type guy, but better. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And yeah, he is different, man.
Hey, bro, body-wise, you're exactly right. Sampson, Kareem, very tall, 7+ foot guys, very, very slender, but no 7-foot guy. Dog, if I told you 25 years ago that the main component of a 7'4" guy's game was to shoot 3-pointers, you'd slap me, dog. You slapped me. But that's where we're at right now with this guy.
But you know what? The league was moving towards them 3-pointers, man, some years ago. That's one of my gripes with the NBA. I think a lot of guys don't take it to the hole enough. And I've seen guys get past they got the ball in the paint and they pass it right back out. I don't understand that. That part of basketball, still trying to get that part together in my head, because there was a time when they just would go straight up. Whether you get fouled or not, it's like these dudes scared to get touched. It's all kind of stuff, man, with that. I've just never seen the big kickouts to the 3-pointer from right under the basket. That just doesn't make mathematical sense, but
it doesn't make mathematical sense.
These
but
guys are hitting threes,
they'll tell you hitting a lower percentage of threes is better than hitting a high percentage of twos. They've done all of the math, and evidently that's what's going on.
That's what they're doing.
But Brian Hill 6609, he says the Hawks are going to give somebody problems this year. Shouts out to the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah.
If you're new to the show, me and Ryan are based in Atlanta. The Hawks last night, they opened up a can of apple on the Orlando Magic like we've never seen before.
They did.
When I turned the channel, they were up by like 40. And the Hawks have been giving it to teams this year, man. I think they've won like 12 of their last 13 games, maybe 14 of their last 15 games. Hawks are going to be a real tough out in the playoffs. You know who else is good to watch and who else is fun to watch this year, dog?
Who?
The Charlotte Hornets are a fun team to watch.
Yeah, they try to fight you through it too. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So it's going to be interesting. The playoffs are going to be off the chain this year. We got a resurgence of the Detroit Pistons from Ben Edwards, 28. Who cares if the Knicks make the finals? Everybody knows they'll lose. Laugh out loud. I agree.
They're not going to make the finals, though.
They're not going to make the finals. No, I agree this year. They are not going to make the finals. If you guys can get Cade Cunningham back,
if they have to play Boston, it's a wrap.
The only problem with Detroit is the youth factor. They're young. They're super young. Their superstar go-to guy player, Cade Cunningham, is super, super young. He's only been in the league a couple of years. And history has shown us, or in my opinion, that you got to crawl before you walk. You got to walk before you run, before you start winning championships. And there's so many great teams out there. I don't see Detroit winning it all this year, but I think it's going to take a little bit of time. But they're going to definitely give some teams some real tough battles.
So this was that Antonio Ladson. No matter, Boston is your 2026 champions again. I'm gonna be honest. I'm worried about Boston. That's the only team in the East that, as a Detroit Pistons fan, that I'm worried about. Boston.
I believe Jaylen Brown went for 40-plus last night. Tatum went 20 and like 10 or something like that. So Tatum's 100% healthy. They were a great team before Tatum came back from the injury.
That's what I'm saying, man. Yeah, Boston is really good, bro.
Yeah, they're very, very good. All right, when we get back from the break, man, NBA or basketball, it's not the NBA Hall of Fame, it's the Basketball Hall of Fame, elects its new members to be inducted into the hall coming up this year. A couple of questions about some of the people elected, and I got a list right here in front of me of former NBA players that are great, and I think most people would think are in the Hall of Fame, but they're not. We're going to have that conversation when we get back from the break. My man, Howie Bell, joining me today. Ryan's still on vacation. The Two Live Stews Experience. Howie, give us more time where people can listen to your podcast at.
Man, you got to tune in to the Humor Mill Magazine. Go to YouTube, Humor Mill Magazine. Shouts out to Frank Holder. Humor Mill Magazine. The name of the show is Box Seats. We do it Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., y'all. Check us out.
Big time fan, big time sports fan, Howie Bell joining me today. Don't go away. Quick little break.
Live from the Howie Bell Man Cave.
Live from the Howie Bell Man Cave. I had to ask you about that, dog.
You got the Lions over here. You got Trinity College over here. Hey, guess what? We got to talk about this, too.
Yeah, we are going to talk about Michigan and Michigan State a little bit later. I want to get your thoughts on who your rooting loyalties go to. We'll get to that later. Don't go away. Two Live Stews. Yeah.
My name is Donald Bradley. I'm the CEO and founder of Planet Marketing here in the United Kingdom for another amazing event. Today we had over 2,000 individuals coming to be educated and be recognized on what we believe is the fastest growing business on the planet. Never before have I gone to a local event in a country anywhere and had 9 rings to pass out, 9 six-figure rings from over $100,000 a year to over $500,000 a year. Stay tuned. Right place, right time, right people. If you know anybody that's involved in Planet Marketing in the 22 different countries that we're doing business in, get back with them. Everything in life is all about timing, but more important than timing is something called positioning. We are looking for leaders in a country near you. Join us.
Joy Road, put the money long as 6 mile, break mile, knock your ox down, pick her up, knock her back down, pull her tracks out. Yes, I slap girl. Yes, I slap dog. Yes, I slap loud. Yes, I slap a pussy nigga if he act out. Yes, I caught cases on the road with them killers, bro. Kill me if I snitch, cause if you snitch, I'm gonna kill you. Spent a lot of time on the yard with them gorillas, stood tall. Did I let niggas hold me? Quit being silly. I know for a fact your bitch pussy get wet for a nigga, cause I do it better, plus I'm doing better than niggas. I'm at home when I'm down there in Lexington, nigga. If I the team, they gon' drop.
Wow. Okay. So the music today was selected by our guest host, Howie Bell. Didn't realize it has such vulgarities in it, but it's okay.
I don't think I selected that particular song, even though that's my
Dog,
man.
I got the email. You said you want this song. This song.
Nah. If I would have picked the song, it would have been Sammy Davis Jr. Hello, Detroit. You've touched my heart. I'd have picked a song like that. See, you know Sammy Davis Jr. made a song about Detroit. You didn't know that.
It's
We woke
all
up,
good.
if you old school Detroit, you woke up to that about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning every morning. Hello, Detroit.
Oh my gosh. If you're new to the show, Tree, our producer, joins us right now. She's from the D as well.
I couldn't help it. Detroit, WJLB, Mason in the morning.
There you go.
Hello, Detroit.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh my God. Detroit reunion up in here today.
Yeah, man.
Who you a Royce 5'9" guy?
Royce the 5'9", yeah, he's good. Absolutely.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Royce is up.
You an Eminem guy?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Eminem guy. I remember performing. It was a place called the Hip Hop Shop on 7 Mile, man. And we used to do comedy in there, and they had, poetry, and they did open mic. That was the first time I ever saw Eminem. That's back. We going back to like 96, 95, 96.
What? Wow.
Yeah.
I always tell the story. So you just mentioned 7 Mile. The movie 8 Mile. 8 Mile is for people from Atlanta or not from, people from Atlanta, this is kind of what I'm shooting towards. 8 Mile in Detroit is the equivalent to Bankhead Highway. That's Detroit's Bankhead is 8 Mile. The very first time, and if you're also new to the show, my brother Ryan played for the Detroit Lions for 5 years. So many great times in Detroit.
Yeah.
There were Howie up there a couple of times as well, boat rides and all of that. But the very first time we went to Detroit, Ryan took us to a strip club on 8 Mile. And the best way for me to describe the strip club is it looked like an extra scene from Dusk Till Dawn. You remember the movie Dusk Till Dawn?
Of course.
Vampires?
Yeah, absolutely.
It was a vampire looking strippers.
Yeah.
And before we actually even walked into the club, 2 strippers got in a fight on the entrance outside on the steps. One stripper grabbed a brick and hit the other stripper on the side of the damn head.
Yeah. That sound about Detroit.
It was so Detroit.
Yeah, that's about like the D. But 8 Mile is like, like you said, it's strip clubs on 8 Miles, dispensaries on 8 Mile, but people don't really like 8 Mile like the, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, it's a throwaway. It's from east side, west side, let's go this way, let's go that way. It's a main street, big, street, but it's not like, I'm going to 8 Mile. Like people have a misconception of that when they think about Detroit.
So when I think of Detroit, I think of what's the name of the shops to sell the hot dogs?
Coney Island.
The little Coney Islands on every corner.
You got a million of those.
They got a million Coney Islands in Detroit.
Don't go to the one downtown.
What's up?
Everybody always show the American Coney Island and the Lafayette Coney Island downtown Detroit. Hey man, they are not the best. They've been featured on all kinds of stuff. They are not. That's like going to like the most commercial, you know what I'm saying, spot you could go to. Don't go. They're not that good at all.
You got to go to the ones in the hood.
You got to go to 6 Mile, 7 Mile. And 8 Mile got some good Coney Islands too. You got to go, but you got to go to the city. You know what I'm saying? Greenfield, Grand River.
Okay, all right. Hey, listen, if you want to chop it up with the Two Live Stews, a couple of days ago, we aired our very first, or we had our very first Chop It Up participant on the Two Live Stews. We actually had 2. So if you want to chop it up for a segment with the Stews, email me, sme.dougstewart@gmail.com. That's sme.dougstewart@gmail.com. And we'll actually have you on for a segment to talk about your team, to talk about your hate for the team, to talk about whatever's going on in the news that time, the sports, entertainment, and beyond. So email me, sme.dougstewart@gmail.com. And as we used to say back in the day, we stole it from a movie, one of them Westerns. We'll make you famous. All right? Amari Stoudemire has been selected for the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame class of 2026, validating a 14-year NBA career marked by explosive athleticism, major impacts in Phoenix and New York. The 6-time All-Star and former Rookie of the Year, was renowned for his dominant pick and role plays for leading the Knicks back to some form of relevance. So it's him, okay? 6-time All-Star, 5-time All-Star in all NBA team. I didn't realize that he had been an all NBA All-Star 5 times in a row, 6 times in the All-Star game. Drafted 9th overall in 2002, joined the Knicks in 2010, finished the NBA with career averages of 18.9, 7.8 rebounds. Also joining him is I had it written right here. Is
Doc Rivers look like.
Doc Rivers definitely is joining him. Sue Bird is joining him as well. But the question I wanted to ask you, bruh,
I can't. The two ladies, I can't know their names.
When you think of Amari Stoudemire, do you think Hall of Famer? Like off the top of your head?
Now, what is the name of this Hall of Fame you just said?
It's the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. Naismith is the guy that supposedly, invented basketball with the peach basket and all of that stuff, I guess.
Right. But it's the difference between the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame and the NBA.
No, they're the same thing. They're the same thing.
Thing.
They rarely use the word. I rarely hear them talk about the basketball.
Okay, so this is one and the same. The Naismith this is the NBA Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. Well, I will say this. There's some other people that deserve to be in the Hall of Fame too. And I'm not taking away anything from these 4 that you just showed.
Right.
But yeah, got me a little stumped right there. They're almost.
So you didn't realize this was the real basketball.
Now I thought this was like some miscellaneous Hall of Fame. Yeah, I thought this was like, you know what I'm saying, just the basketball, you know what I'm saying, of whatever Hall of Fame. But this is the Hall of Fame. So Amari Stoudemire is good, man. He was an incredible player. And this stats and everything he did was incredible. I don't know if he should be there right now. You know what I'm saying? Before some other people. Now, Doc Rivers, I see that. Well, I have no issue with Doc Rivers.
So Doc is making it probably because of his coaching exploits.
Absolutely,
Doc was a good player, when he played, but he wasn't a Hall of Fame player. I've never thought about Doc Rivers as a Hall of Fame player.
Yeah.
Okay, but Doc Rivers, has had a very esteemed, very long coaching career. Doc Rivers is a lifer basketball player.
Absolutely,
Doc Rivers has been part of the NBA for 40 years.
You include coaches and players. You include all of those in Hall of Fame. Same thing with the NFL. They include a coach, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So, or, owners for that matter. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Doc Rivers, without shadow of a doubt, had a more impressive post-player career. You know what I'm saying? Than player. But he was really a player as well. But Stoudemire, man, that's a tough one. You know what I'm saying? Once again, not saying he doesn't deserve it, but just him being there before some others is questionable.
Right. And when I first heard of this, I actually posted this into the in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group, and we had a very long discussion about it. Very first person that came to mind that's not in the Basketball Hall of Fame, who I think should have been in the Basketball Hall of Fame, is Kevin Johnson. KJ.
How about that?
Kevin Johnson is not in the Basketball Hall of Fame. Now, I look at Stoudemire's stats. After the fact, I look at Stoudemire's stats, and his stats in his awards, they kind of say Hall of Famer, but I always looked at him as like a hustle guy. I always looked at him as a guy that was solid. He wasn't an all-star. He wasn't one of the best players in the league, but he was always one of the very good players in the league. But Kevin Johnson is not in the Hall of Fame. Sean Kemp is not in the Hall of Fame. Now, me and Ryan get into this debate all the time. You're watching the Two Live Stews experience. I always say, use your eyes. Okay, what do your eyes tell you? If you can't look at a player without looking at the stats, if you can't look at a player and say, oh, yeah, he's a Hall of Famer just off an instant, then he probably isn't a Hall of Famer. But Kevin Johnson is not in the Hall of Fame. Sean Kemp is not in the Hall of Fame. You mentioned it earlier. Rasheed Wallace is not in the Hall of Fame. Joe Johnson from Atlanta, and I think he'll probably get in. Joe Johnson was a 7-time All-Star, over 20,000 points. Joe Johnson will probably get in from the Atlanta Hawks. Sean Marion's not in the Hall of Fame.
Somebody, one of the tweets on chats underneath said Bill Laimbeer is not in the Hall of Fame.
Bill Laimbeer, well,
they just don't like him. They just don't like him. Come on, man, that's all it is.
Well,
they just don't like Bill Laimbeer.
You know damn well we don't like no Bill Laimbeer. The only people like Bill Laimbeer is Detroit people.
He's still Hall of Fame worthy though.
Horace Grant's not in the Hall of Fame, and Tom Chambers is not in the Hall of Fame. And here was the post I actually posted after this whole news came out with Stoudemire. Early morning sports start. Amari Stoudemire is getting in the Basketball Hall of Fame before Kevin Johnson. Huh? What's the backstory? And a lot of times there's politics with this stuff as well.
Is Dennis Rodman in the Hall of Fame?
Rodman's in.
He's in. Okay, he is in. Okay.
Now Rodman's somebody that I would have questioned because Rodman really, when you think of Hall of Famers, you think of guys that scored points. I think Rodman averaged like 9 points a game, but
but he revolutionized the defense. Defensive position though.
I'm not going to argue with nobody about Rodman.
And multiple championships.
Yeah. I'm not going to argue with people about Rodman because I understand. And you know what? Rodman's name, his brand, is big as well.
He got about 4 or 5 rings too, don't he?
But right, exactly, with the Bulls and with the Lakers,
with the Pistons too.
With the Bulls and the Pistons. I'm sorry, with the Bulls and the Pistons, right? So,
I think he won one with San Antonio, didn't he?
I think he did.
That's what I'm saying. He got one there. Yeah, that's Hall of Fame. So that's Hall of Fame stuff. You know what I'm saying? Multiple teams, multiple rings, revolutionize a position. That kind of stuff.
Right. In a million years, I would have never thought that Amari Stoudemire would.
Yeah, Dad.
Would get. I don't want to sound like a hater, but I gotta sound like a hater. In a million years, I never thought. Let me put it like this: I never thought that he'd get in the Hall of Fame before Kevin Johnson, and Kevin Johnson doesn't get in. I think because you have to give some context on why he's probably not in. Kevin Johnson played in the era with John Stockton and Isaiah Thomas.
Everybody.
And Magic Johnson.
And
Jordan and those guys. From a point guard standpoint, Kevin Johnson, he played in an era where it was hard for him to shine. But if you know basketball and you watch basketball during that era, Kevin Johnson would give it to you. You pull up the video of him dunking on Akeem Olajuwon. Kevin Johnson would dunk on your ass. He was a great point guard facilitator, a floor general, man. I don't understand how Kevin Johnson not in the Hall of Fame and Amari Stoudemire is.
Yeah.
No disrespect.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that name Stoudemire. He was a good playoff guy. See, he had good playoff stats and stuff like that. But I guess and his overall. Somebody was just saying his overall career. You do base Hall of Fame off a person's overall career, and that's true. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of factors that go into that, but that is a name that surprised me. It's a shock.
Absolutely, it's a name that surprised me. So, well, shouts out to him. Good for him.
And I stand corrected. Somebody just said Dennis Rodman didn't win a title with San Antonio.
He didn't win one with San Antonio?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he was on San Antonio. He was kind of like the backbone to a lot of great teams that did win championships. So, no, I understand exactly what you're saying.
That's back when he had the hair dye with all the like the tiger. You remember he used to have all the different dyes and he had the circles in his.
Exactly. What about Sean Kemp though? If you had to guess, would you have thought Sean Kemp was in the Hall of Fame? And his stats are,
no,
6-time All-Star, 3-time All-NBA, 1996 Final Standout. So
he was a dunk. Did he win a dunk contest before too, or something?
He had to win the dunk contest at least once or twice.
Yeah, so, he was really good. I don't know about Hall of Fame though. But if they put Stoudemire in there, I guess you.
So listen, Amari Stoudemire was 1-time All-NBA. Now he did win a couple of times, 4 times, second team All-NBA. But Sean Kemp was All-NBA 3 times. So Sean Kemp was All-NBA 3 times. There it goes right there. Tree, can you make that big? Can you take me and Howie off and put that video back up, so it can be bigger? Here's him dunking on Akeem Olajuwon. We got the best producer in the game.
Ooh.
Yeah, you dunk on Akeem Olajuwon, you're supposed to get into the Hall of Fame right there from just that.
I'm trying to tell you. Kevin Johnson. Interesting fun fact. I just did a show at Comedy in Harlem last week, and Kevin Johnson was in the audience.
Wow. That's
Fun
what's up.
fact.
He's in politics now. I believe at one point he was the mayor of can we take me off this screen free? I think at one point he was the mayor of Sacramento or something like that. He also had some controversial things that happened since his retirement from the NBA, with some allegations of improper relations with a young female, that type of stuff. So, I mean, I don't know how much they weigh into the decision to put you in the Hall of Fame or not
That does.
with off the
That
court
does.
stuff. But yeah. Now
Your personal background and all that stuff matters. Trust me
Yeah.
when I tell you.
Yeah, he didn't go to jail or anything for it, but he was accused of something. You can look it up yourself. I don't want to get into all of the details. But yeah, I was just shocked to know that he was not in the Basketball Hall of Fame, because he was a great player. He was a very good, not a good, but a very good point guard. And Sean Kemp
All-star.
and Rasheed, they're not going to let Rasheed in, bro. I hate to tell you this.
Yeah, you got into it with the referees, man. You know,
right. They're not going to let Rasheed in.
Got into the league, and you know why? Because he proved that they were cheating. He's the first one to call out the refs, bro. He was the first one, and he found out the main guy that he called out got convicted. If not convicted, but definitely got found out that he was involved in cheating.
Right.
And the same ref he called out. So shouts out to Rasheed Wallace for that. And I can't remember that referee's name, but he was the guy Rasheed's getting to it a lot with, and he got called out for cheating. So that's a fun fact too.
Now that I think about this, Rasheed probably should be in the Hall of Fame quicker than
Amari Stoudemire. Absolutely.
Because you know what? They actually give credit to Rasheed for being like the first point forward. Like Rasheed's game at 7 foot tall, damn near 7 foot tall, where he's shooting all these threes and whatnot.
Yeah, wasn't a lot of tall guys shooting threes like that.
Nobody was really doing that before Rasheed.
Mm-hmm.
So then after Rasheed, you got Dirk Nowitzki doing the same thing. You got Kevin Garnett, all coming a little bit after Rasheed. Right. But yeah, I would put Rasheed in before but he's not going to get in, bro. They don't like no Rasheed Wallace.
Controversial, bro.
Very
controversial. He called him out. And he was right.
Absolutely. All right. When we get back from the break, Arlie's going to be here with her Arliewood Report. Entertainment news. That should be good. Don't go away. More talk with hot sauce. Texas Pete hot sauce, the 2 Live Stews. Howard Bell joining me, though. Don't go away.
At home, it is an advantage for them. It hasn't been so far for either team in this series. 9 1/4 for Ellie and in your face, Kevin Johnson. Oh my! Then here, effort by Kevin Johnson. No, and this is the only way you're going to get there. And Elijah picks up his 5th. Well, that's a highlight show. You'll be seeing that on your local newscast. Kevin Johnson. Look at the determination and intensity in this man's soul as he leads.
Being stranded on the side of the road, y'all, in Metro Atlanta is very, very stressful and it's dangerous. Bay 11 Towing is who you need to call. Bay 11 Towing's response times always outpace those national brands. I've been beside the road in Atlanta before, and when you're waiting for hours on a tow truck, it's not cool. Bay 11 Towing says they get to you faster, and they're more cost-effective and efficient while doing so. Whether you're dealing with a flat tire, a dead battery, or a full-on straight breakdown, the team at Bay 11 Towing is ready to get you safely back on the road or get your vehicle and yourself where you need to be. So next time you find yourself in a jam, Bay 11 Towing, give them a call at 404-770-6949. Again, that's 404-770-6949. Bay 11 Towing, where speed and savings come together to get you safely to your destination. Check them out at 404-770-6949. Fast, reliable towing that doesn't cost a fortune. Bay 11 Towing.
Good morning. Good morning, Arlie. Can't hear you. You're on mute. You're on mute. It's
Me
okay.
and this microphone check. Microphone check. 2, 1, 2.
So
What you gonna do?
so you and Tree worked on your microphone all day yesterday, right?
All day.
So we're
Not
good
really
to
all
go,
day.
right?
Tree, like you said, the Tree just do it in 3 seconds. Tree can just show up in 3 seconds and she fixes it.
Absolutely,
And
absolutely.
it's like when you first get your hair done, you know how your girl come home and her hair is like laid. You're like, oh my God, it's so pretty. And you
I
just,
actually can't identify with that too much, but I get what you're saying.
well, all I'm saying is it's like that for a girl.
Right.
You come home, it's gorgeous. You wake up the next morning, you're like, what happened? It was working. Oh
Right.
my God, I don't know what happened. So yeah, I was over here panicking for a hot second doing a video.
Arlie, Howie, Arlie.
I met Howie one time in I don't even remember where it was. I think it was in Carolina. We had to go do something for a beverage brand, and they were hosting an event for the Omegas in I feel like it was a Charlotte chapter because I remember looking for my cousin who is in the Charlotte chapter. It was somewhere in the area. He was doing something. So I met him. So hey again.
Hey, what's up? I think that was this time. What's happening? How are you?
And it's been life, and you know how it go. Trying to, stay in these entertainment streets.
Trying to keep your hair from trying to
Hey,
keep your hair.
dog. So Arlie was formerly married to Big E, Ernest Dixon, 92. Your
Oh wow.
Stan
Okay.
from Zeta from the University of
Okay.
South Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
I know the Zeta bros. I don't know him like that. Like know him like the Bible talk about know him, but I know that one bro like the Bible talk about.
Well, Big E was my friend. We pledged I pledged in '92 as well. So that's my sense. Yeah.
I can tell you, what's up?
Yeah. What up, though?
He gonna probably call me and have words because I was fussing I wasn't fussing at our son yesterday, but then my son told on me. Don't y'all hate when your children do that? I said, did you tell on me? He said, Daddy said he gonna call you. I said, did you tell on me? So it's a whole battle going on right now. But yes, welcome to the Two Live Stews experience.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Glad to have you. I know you talked a couple months before, but you got snowed in, so we're glad you could make it this time.
Yeah, it was a little rough a few weeks ago.
Look, we've been having this Mother Nature ain't playing.
Mm-hmm.
So, y'all, you know how we do it. It's about that time. We have to have birthdays. Douglas, are you singing this morning?
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Howie.
You gotta put this part in. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Nobody has that part.
You add it all the time, not here. Because that makes the song so long. I was in
It does.
we were like, ooh, y'all sing this part. But don't sing it with a bunch of people who sing like choir. Ash
Right.
Tree. He'll tell you they go in, it's all the harmonies.
Yeah, absolutely.
It goes hard in the paint. I was in Portugal and you knew they were us over there singing happy birthday. And me and my mom were just like, oh, yay. And these people next to us are like, I've never heard this version of the birthday song before. I was like, oh.
That's the black people version. You ain't heard it yet?
Yeah.
Here it go.
Here it is. And they're like, wow, this is a long version because they were over there giving the Howie Bell happy birthday, happy. It was so funny. They were like, oh, wow, this is a new version. Man, it's not new.
It's not new at all.
But anyway, we got birthdays this morning. We want to shout out. And there is somebody that is a part of our Stew Nation. And I don't know who it is. I feel bad. I thought I wrote it down.
K-Love 56. Happy birthday to my mom. Oh, to his mother.
Yes.
Trini Gibson on tomorrow. We won't be doing the show tomorrow. So we're giving Miss Trini Gibson a happy birthday today.
Happy birthday,
Trini Gibson.
Thank you.
I think it's Squad Todd's birthday on the 4th. I think that's who it is, if I remember correctly, because I was remembering in the chat saying that we celebrating 404 Day will be for him.
I think he's in the chat. So Cuzzo, that's our cousin as well. That's our family. So post if your birthday's coming up, Fly Tie.
I think it's the 4th. I was like, oh, I was gonna remember, and I was supposed to write it down. And then Doug, like paper, I put it somewhere. So I really should have put it in my phone. But anyway, actor, y'all remember him. And oh my God, for him to be this old is so much. Y'all remember Deion Richmond. I never knew his real name, but we all knew and loved him as Bud or Kenny Bud. Don't remember his last name. From the Cosby Show. He is 48 today.
Wow, he's 48. Oh,
Bud is 48?
Wow.
Bud is 48.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is. That's wild.
I didn't realize he was only 7 years younger than me.
That just you took the words out of my head, man. Get out of my. I was like, nah, he wasn't that much younger.
Yeah.
Why did I think he was so much younger than us?
I
like
don't know. I mean, I guess because we saw his character, but still, like, when I watched kid actors growing up, I knew I was about the same age as them, but I just, for some reason, thought I was much older than old Bud.
I know, me too. But then I didn't realize he was that old, but I don't think I'm that old either. I'm actually younger than him now, so it's all good. Anyway, producer, R&B Maverick. I did not know his real name was Robert Lavelle Hugger, but RL is 49 today. So he about to hit, but I thought he would have been older than me. I'm just very confused. Anyway.
Okay, who was that again? I'm sorry.
RL from the group Next. Remember, he's
Okay,
like
okay.
super producer. RL used to do all. He did a solo career, and I cannot think of not one of his songs. I'm looking like it won't come to me, but he did do the duet with Deborah Cox. It's called We Can't Be Friends. We can't be friends. Old school love, back in the day when they did ballads.
I remember Next.
Okay.
Yes, Next the group. Because you always associated them kind of with Guy. They had a whole kind of like that. They were New Jack Swing. You know what I mean?
It was Next. They were Next.
Yes.
Right.
Right. Young Jock is 45.
Shouts
Young
out to
Jock
ATL,
ain't young no more.
Jock. Right.
You know, say the young out.
Is he
Yeah,
still on? Is he still on Atlanta radio? As far as you know?
I believe he is. I
Okay.
believe he is because I feel like I saw something recently that he mentioned or had somebody talking about.
I feel like all these rappers with this young stuff, they just go back to your real name, whatever it is.
Whatever
You
it
know what I'm saying? Yeah, Terrence Howard, whatever your name is. Like they use your name.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
When you get a certain age, there should be some type of ceremonial thing where you delete the whole young from your name.
Or
Young
little.
Jock,
man. Yeah.
Lil, right? The little, all of
The
that.
Lils and the
Yeah.
Youngs. Y'all not little and young no more.
Yep, that's what happened with Bow Wow. He took the little off. He just became Bow Wow. But if your name, like that means he's just gonna be Jock, and I got a feeling he's gonna have a legal issue with
Yeah,
that.
with
So
just
he's gonna
being
have to-
Jock. Yeah.
You know what though? It's probably branding as well. I mean, that's what we know
yeah.
them by. We can't just start calling him Trevor.
What's his real name? Is that his real name? Like
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We wouldn't associate him, the person, with their real name right now, and so
Right.
a lot of that's branding. I'm assuming. I'm thinking.
Yes, I believe definitely, and it costs so much. I'm trying to look up his real name. It costs so much to try to do that. His real name is Jasiel Amon.
Uh-huh.
Amon. That's why you don't want to change. Go to Jasiel Amon.
Right.
Jasiel Amon. They be like, who?
Like, who the
Right.
He's not even close. Comedian Carlos Miller is 43.
Carlos Miller.
Yep.
That's
Shout
my
out,
guy.
Carlos. Quavo of the Migos is 35. Marvin Gaye would have been 87 today, y'all. Remember when? Oh God, I love Marvin Gaye. That voice, boy, the voice and the mind.
Y'all, you remember when Marvin Gaye, his old man, killed him? You remember that day, that morning?
Oh, that was big.
Saturday morning.
That was big, bro. And people in Detroit, I remember seeing my family members crying and all that stuff.
No, I was about to say, my father was I don't think my father cried, but my father was real emotional that morning, dog. I remember
man.
Yeah.
I remember it being a thing. Like, wow. That was like the first celebrity kind that I remember that everybody being like, in the Black culture at least, like really upset they got killed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And my mom had to take to her bed for 2 days. That was her boyfriend in her mind. And
everybody, that's Marvin Gaye. You know what I'm saying?
We're just like, why is she so sad? That's what fueled our love for like mine is Prince. So I had to take to my bed when he died. Lord Jesus, I'm still sad.
But then when it came out that Marvin Gaye's father killed him, that
was rough.
That just made it that much worse.
And I guess it's a tree post, and it was on a Sunday morning. It was an Easter Sunday morning.
Wow, that was Easter Sunday. No wonder it was so huge.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, we want to shout out coming up birthdays. Eddie Murphy is tomorrow. He'll be 65. Paris Jackson, 28, and Aries Spears will be 51. But Eddie Murphy oh my God, he's senior citizen. He still look good, though, Eddie. You doing
Eddie looking good. Look like but
he looks good for 65. He definitely
probably got a trainer, and he probably got a nutritionist and all of that.
Yeah, he's eating very well. You know what I'm saying? You know,
he got 2 kids. They gonna say,
hey, he ain't eating Takis and drinking red soda pop. You know what I'm saying?
Red dye number 59. No, that's
nah.
With them little bit and the children that are probably keeping him young.
This was the old people. This is the old people saying back in the day. I brought you in this world, and I'll take you out. That's what Marvin Gaye daddy was saying. They had some type of dispute, and he pulled out a pistol and shot him.
Yeah, that's
God
crazy.
damn.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Fly Tie won. My boy, my baby boy birthday was yesterday, and mine is Saturday. Happy
thought it was
birthday
Fly Tie
to the
on the
Simmons
board.
family. Happy birthday, family.
Happy birthday.
Okay, so then I'm gonna try to get to it because we all over the place this morning. But I want to shout out to our girl Brandy Rayana Norwood, known by the singular name Brandy, who received her Hollywood star on the Walk of Fame.
Oh, that's dope, Brandy.
That's dope.
All right.
Brandy is the people call her the vocal Bible. They call her the round the way girl that showed up on the show Moesha and let other round the way girls kind of see, it was Brandy on Moesha. Then there were shows like Girlfriends and Living Single and all this stuff. So Brandy, broke a lot of barriers in that
God
regard.
damn. She kick you in the ass with them shoes. You're going to need a rectiotomy. look at them goddamn shoes. What the hell? Is that what they're doing today, Ollie? Is that fashionable today?
I guess that's what they do.
Hey, I seen a girl's nails look like that.
Oh
Right.
my God, that's the
like a girl's
concern.
nails. Right. Wow. Okay.
But shout out to
but
Brandy.
congratulations to Brandy, man. Real talent. Real
Yep.
old school
That
talent.
baby can sing. That baby can sing. If Whitney, who was the voice, they call Whitney the voice, tells you doing big things, you are amazing, you're all that, you got it. Because Whitney, Mariah's, the Rethas in the world, who sing, they don't give you no credit unless the credit is earned. So shout out to her. And then of course people noticed that her brother was not present, and she said there's some distance from them right now. And so
It should be. He's an idiot.
and there it is. But legally, he is in a legal battle with Kim Kardashian and her mom. So it's his mama and Kim, and Kim's mama and him. And so the courts ruled just yesterday that the Kardashians did not win this one. So back in 2006, look at them back then. Look at how different she looks. Her face has made so many changes. Lord bless her. And but back in 2006, they had that sex tape that came out. It catapulted Kim Kardashian's career, and yet it did not do the same for Ray J, which is weird because usually it does the opposite. But the California Superior Court judge denied the request to seal the $6 million confidential settlement. Remember a while back I reported, the chat will remember that I reported about, he was out talking reckless and saying what he was going to say about, and they owe me still $1 million and they owe this much. And so she then went and got a cease and desist, like, hold up, you can't talk about this. But Ray J is saying, yes, I can, because y'all were on Keeping Up with the Kardashians or whatever name of that show is, discussing the sex tape, and you all weren't supposed to. So the judge has agreed with him. Plaintiffs have presented no admissible evidence that disclosure of the settlement agreement and its terms will cause them any harm. So the judge is like, the book is open. Y'all about to talk about it. So I have a feeling we're about to hear about whatever those secret terms were. Why do y'all think she blew up and he didn't know? Because he was supposed to have and I know y'all don't want to discuss it, but he was supposed to have a really nice set of, God gifted him.
Well, here's the thing. This is nothing new. It was the same situation with Janet Jackson and what's the guy named, white boy name that sings?
Justin Timberlake.
Like Justin Timberlake career continued to elevate, and Janet Jackson, they blackballed her damn near.
For a minute.
So you know what it is, man. We just got to fight so hard, man. We just got to fight.
I don't know. I think the Kardashians in general are a little more popular branding, behind it. And I think they had like some kind of, for entertainment purposes, they had like a little thing going. So I think it just kind of helped boost that brand. All of it to me is out of my age bracket. I particularly watch shows like Kardashians or did not care about the sexual experience between Ray J and Kim. Like, this didn't make my top 10 things to know about. I didn't give a damn when it happened then. And today I don't give a damn, actually, about anything happening with Ray J and Kim Kardashian. And how good she looked then, and how she looks fake now. Let me tell you something, man. We got other things going on right now. Let me tell you something.
Right.
You're right.
Your boy said yesterday that we can't pay for healthcare, Medicare, Medicaid, but we got money. We need all the money we can for this war that we have nothing
I
do what
watched
really-
2
yeah.
hours of United States birthright citizenship case yesterday. That's when we go to Kim Kardashian and Ray J, I feel like I'm
Right.
Like
I feel like I just
all
left
of
a
it is
steak to go eat a
brainwashed.
naan later.
Right.
Right. Right. That's very true. I just am interested in because of my law background. I'm always
I ain't
Right.
teasing you. I'm talking
No,
about
no. I'm saying I'm always very interested in the legal, like how the legal part of this whole thing is working
Sure.
because they are doing a whole bunch. But moving on from them, we want to send our, as we say, hopes and thoughts and prayers to Megan Thee Stallion. As you all might know, she is doing Moulin Rouge on Broadway. And yesterday, mid-show, she's like having heart palpitations. She can't breathe. All kinds of things are happening. So they have to literally stop the show and take her to the hospital. So she, of course, is sat out Wednesday night's performance. She's supposed to be back today because she's the draw. People are buying their tickets to come see her in Moulin Rouge. I did not. They were showing an excerpt, and she goes into one of her rap songs, and I was like, "That wasn't in Moulin Rouge," even though I didn't see it. But that's what people are, giving.
Yep.
Somebody say it's giving pregnancy. Whoa, y'all think?
Ooh, right. Possible. Bro, have you ever been in a play?
I have.
You have?
I've done several plays. I started doing plays before comedy and before everything else. Yeah.
Wow. So is
Yeah.
it like one of these Mama, I'm hungry, bring me a can of pork and beans? Is it one of them type of movies, plays or
I want to see.
Yeah. No, my arms are too short to box with God.
right. Don't
Yeah.
get it twisted. I love those plays. I actually
yeah.
went to they redid, was it Set It Off? I think they redid Set It Off.
They did. I heard
year.
about that. No, I did. I was doing plays like Zoo Man and the Sign and The Raisin in the Sun and
You was deep.
and Jesus Christ Superstar.
You did Jesus Christ Superstar. I did too.
You know, I was Simon Zalatis. You know what I'm talking about?
Wow.
I was right. What more do you need to convince you? I was all that. That's
No, that's
so
dope.
willing in you.
That's dope. That's dope.
Jesus Christ Superstar, the gospel version at the Alliance Theater. They were trying to get it to go to Broadway, and
Really?
I cannot think of what is his name that everybody want. He's Lord Webb, not Lord. Is it
Andrew Lloyd Webber?
Andrew Lloyd Webber came to see it.
Wow.
So that was pretty exciting. Want to say our poor in battle, the father to all of us. We mentioned the Cosby Show earlier. Cosby just lost the lawsuit on the 30th, civil lawsuit from a young lady from back 50 years ago. He is supposed to be paying her $59.52 million.
Are you serious?
For a sexual assault?
From 50 years ago.
From 50 years ago. Her name.
Wow.
I forgot her name. Motsinger is her last name. Donna Motsinger said in 1972, he came to her diner. She was a waitress. Came to her diner. They went to the comedy show and she woke up later at her house though, with all of just her underwear on. So they're of course appealing it and bless his heart, he's in battle. There's a lot of little legal things happening out there that y'all are going to read about.
What year did you say?
1972.
And she's getting $50 million?
59, so 60 million.
Lord have mercy. I don't even know how to respond.
I do. I know how to respond. That's a crap. Let me tell you something, man. I don't even know what the hell happened in 1982.
Right.
But I don't know what happened in 1992. You're right.
2020. Ask me 2022. Like
2022. What the hell happened in 2022? I mean, but you remember that you were sexually assaulted. You woke up in the bed, in your own bed, mind you, with your clothes off in your house.
And you kept it to yourself for 50 years?
And now you want $50 million for this?
And I don't want to make it sound like that we're siding with you know.
Yeah, man, come on, man. It should be a statute of limitation behind this crap. And I don't know why this is still allowed to even be a case.
That's unbelievable to me. Unbelievable. Hey, Arlie, thank you so much, Arlie. So, you can stick around?
Yeah, Doug, yeah.
Okay, great. So a little bit later in trending topic number 4, we're going to talk about our hometowns and something unique to them. But we'll get back to that. When we get back, a little bit of Final Four talk. Doug, I'm going to ask you a couple questions. Is your Final Four teams, is any of your Final Four teams that you picked in your bracket still around? And also, man, where do your allegiances align with basketball in the state of Michigan? We'll get into that Up next with the Two Live Stews, Sports Talk with Hot Sauce. Howie Bell joining me today. Joining us today. Don't go away. Come on.
And I said, raindrops falling on the Buick. I'm trying to find a way to put all my thoughts in my music. Bully beats and be abusive. Wordplay is southern cutting edge. Execution been exclusive. 540 vapes, I'm on repeat. Visits let me get from entourage farmers to honey packs and a double twitch. Walk out the store, jumped in the Audemo crib. I'm playing that Jadakiss interlude. Yo, that big hit. Yo, you gotta admit, even though Jada New York, hearing this beat, catching this groove, strategically making a move. This is chess, not checkers. Built for official rhyme records. Biff, we paid our dues. Manila envelopes, dimes and nicks, bottles and James, Pina Colada and OE was the mix. We called it the formula. Mind how you drink that drink before.
Check out our folk, Pee Wee Shine, Apple Music, Spotify, Pee Wee Shine, Apple Music, Spotify Music. Check them out, Pee Wee Shine. Boko Fun. So back to basketball, and I actually had some notes earlier that I could not find, and y'all probably remember that when we were talking about Stoudemire. Also going into the Hall of Fame was Candace Parker. Drew a blank on her name for some reason. She's actually all on TV. Doc Rivers and Ella Deladon. Not too familiar with her, but she's a Hall of Famer. She was a multiple-time WNBA MVP, et cetera, et cetera. So there goes your Basketball Hall of Fame class.
I ain't mad at Candace Parker at all.
I'm not mad at Candace Parker. Candace Parker was a beast. But there goes your Basketball Hall of Fame class. The 2026 Men's Final Four is confirmed. These are your teams: Arizona, Michigan, Illinois, and UConn. First question to your team: do you do a bracket? And if you have a bracket, if you put together a bracket for the NCAA tournament, do you have any of these teams in your Final Four? Did you have any of these teams in your Final Four?
I didn't do a bracket this year. Mm-hmm. And I usually do a bracket. But you know, the only team that really matters at this time, team.
I wanted to ask you that.
That's it. Right now, that's the only team that matters.
I wanted to ask you that. So, just like in South Carolina, you know, people from the state of South Carolina, either a Clemson fan or a Carolina fan, South Carolina Gamecock fan. Are you a Michigan State fan, Tom Izzo and the Spartans, or are you a Michigan Wolverines fan? Like, if they play together, who are you rooting for?
You know what? That's an interesting question because I'm from Detroit. We love all our teams. We love everybody. All Detroit teams, we love them all.
I'm not going to let you off the hook.
I'm going to give you a direct answer.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just telling you that we do. We love all our teams. Everybody down to the University of Detroit, Mercy. Uh-huh. You know what I'm saying? And who almost made it to the big dance and they lost. They're in the championship game. But anyway, I'm impartial to Michigan because they just how it's been since I was younger. Michigan has always been, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, Michigan's a little closer than Lansing. You know what I'm saying? You know, Ann Arbor is a little closer to Detroit, than Lansing is. And so, you know, I love Michigan State too, though. I love Izzo and I love everything about them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, I've been rocking with them a long time, going back to, you know what I mean? Come on, man. Magic Johnson. Go back to Michigan State. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know, we love Michigan State. I love Michigan State, but Michigan is my squad.
Have you ever been on the campuses? I'm sure you have.
Of course. Multiple times. Absolutely.
You ever hooked up with the Michigan State bros, the Michigan bros?
Absolutely.
I actually know a couple of Michigan bros. I've never met a Q. I never met a bro from Michigan State.
So Michigan State single chapter bros. You know what I'm saying? It's a single letter chapter too. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, you know. Yeah, they're really good bros come out of there. You know what I'm saying? Out of that chapter, and good bros, you know, come out of you know Ann Arbor too. You know what I'm saying?
I actually played a round of golf on the campus of Michigan State. They got a nice golf course. They had a big agriculture program at Michigan State, and I got a friend up there, and he set up a round of golf.
5 chapters, single letter too. So.
Yeah, and it was a great. I mean, beautiful campus.
Mhm.
Beautiful campus. And a lot of these campuses is just massive money they put into these universities and the campuses and whatnot. But yeah, so
I performed at the University of Michigan. I think I did Michigan State once, but I performed at the University of Michigan a few times. You know what I'm saying? Doing comedy. Yeah. So yeah, I like they put me on the payroll. They like, when you in comedy, you usually get paid the night of and all that. Nah. I had to wait to get paid like when the staff and when the janitors get paid, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Wait 2 weeks.
That doesn't sound right. That shouldn't
Yeah,
happen.
they put me on the payroll. I was in the system.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm assuming that there's probably a little bit more allegiance, especially from the black community, to Michigan because of the Fab Five. Weber and
None
all
of
of
that,
those guys.
but
didn't have
actually-
Mateen, Cleaves, and Magic at Michigan State.
So let me say it's more black allegiance probably in Michigan State. And I'm
Wow,
gonna say that because Ann Arbor, I'm gonna be, we've had our issues with Michigan with racism and all these type of things in Ann Arbor and their admissions and all that type of stuff going on with Michigan. So there is a little bit of a black eye on Michigan for that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You do have a lot of black people that gravitate to Michigan State, especially a lot of our Cass Tech graduates, at least they used to, because of the green and the white and all that. A lot of them used to go to Michigan State. It was like a natural thing to leave. Cass Tech's one of our top schools, if not the top high school in Detroit.
I know Cass Tech.
Yeah, a lot of those people go all over the world.
You know my chapter, bro, Reggie Eady. I think he went to Cass Tech.
Reggie Eady, absolutely.
Right,
Which is
right.
a very good brother. Very good. Hey, Reggie Eady, man. Shouts out to Reggie Eady.
Uh-huh.
Coming from Detroit, you know what I'm saying? Going to
Right.
South Carolina, doing his thing. And Doug was the head of Sinai Grace Hospital in Detroit, dog, for many years.
So he's
incredible. He's incredible.
My profile, Reggie Eady, and we're on in Detroit, WGPR 107.5. My chapter, bruh, 88, Death Row 17, Reggie Eady, GQ. Pledged me back in spring of 1990. He has run several hospitals. He's actually running a hospital down, I think, in Tampa or Orlando.
Yeah, he's down in Florida now. Yeah.
He's in Florida right now. Very proud of that, bro. But he went to Cass Tech. Cass Tech is like, the I don't know. I'm trying to give an Atlanta reference to it.
Whatever the top public school is in Atlanta. So it's a public school.
And I'm drawing a blank. What's the name of the high school? What's the name of the high school you went to? Benjamin Mays. High School.
Cass is more like Grady, though. Midtown. They call it Midtown, though. But Cass and Renaissance are more like Grady High School.
Okay. I was thinking about a popular high school. So Mays High School in Atlanta is one of the biggest, most recognized black high schools in Atlanta.
So you got top 3 in Detroit. You got Cass Tech, Renaissance, like you said, at King High School. I graduated from King.
Okay.
And so, but my daughter graduated from Cass Tech, and she's now at her second semester at Alabama A&M.
Okay. All right.
Carly Bell. Shouts out to her real quick.
That's what's up. So yeah, I always wondered about the Michigan State, where your loyalties lie, in that conversation, because
Michigan, we love the Fab Five, bro. Of course, you know what I'm saying.
Right.
I mean, but we love Mateen Cleaves. You know what I'm saying? In his crew, we love them. With people in love with Izzo. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit of a thing there, but we got other good basketball teams. I'm telling you, Oakland University here went. You know what I'm saying? They had a run a couple years ago. They were really good. The University of Detroit Mercy, I mentioned them earlier, pretty good. We love our school. We love everything Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this, man. If there's a team out there to beat that Michigan team, I haven't seen them yet. Michigan is a monster. I've watched the last 2 games, obviously, in the tournament, man. Hadn't watched a lot of them all year long because, just because. But I don't see any of these teams beating Michigan, man. They're on a mission right now.
They got really good defense, man. They're tall, they're long. They run the point really good with the young brother, man. They're good, man. You know what I'm saying? Before you think you hanging with them, next thing you know, you down 15. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So these guys are really good. They won their last 4 games in the tournament by 90-plus points.
Yes.
I mean, not by 90-plus points, but scoring 90
scoring
or
90
more
points.
points.
Right.
Yeah.
And that rarely happens in college basketball.
Yeah.
Teams don't score 90 points in college basketball.
Right.
But this Michigan team is a beast, and it's going to be a great, whatever the matchup is in the finals, it's going to be a great, great matchup. Hey, listen, if you like to be on the Two Live Stews and chop it up with us, you can. All right. Whatever the topic is, whatever's in the news, email me, sme.dougstewart@gmail.com, and we'll kind of put you on a standby list. And whenever there's something going on with your particular topic that you're interested in, we'll get you on live on a segment of the show to chop it up. Also, you saw the commercial a little bit earlier. My daily job is life insurance. I am in life insurance, in retirement planning, investing, but in particular, life insurance. If you need to get a life insurance policy to protect your family, and in particular, if you live in the state of Georgia, give me a call, 678-770-8073. I want to be your life insurance agent, and I got you covered. All right. Howie Bell joining us today on the Two Live Stews Sports Talk with Hot Sauce, Texas Pete Hot Sauce. It was something I wanted to mention to you about. Oh, I wanted to get your thoughts on Michigan football. Michigan Wolverines football team or Michigan State Spartans football team? Which one are you a bigger fan of? Do you follow more?
Both, but I'm a bigger Michigan football team as well.
Okay.
But I can't hold you up. But I can't hold you up though. I can't hold you up. You know what I'm saying? I represent the D, baby, and I love Michigan State football too. So don't trip.
So in relation to distance, how far is it to Michigan, Ann Arbor, and how far is it to Michigan State from Detroit, from downtown Detroit? I don't remember when I actually went to Michigan State. I don't remember how long the ride was.
I live in downtown Detroit now. I was born
Okay.
and raised on the east side. Grew up on the west, kind of born and raised on the east, and yeah. But I live downtown. So from here to Lansing, Michigan, where Michigan State is, it's like an hour.
Okay, that's easy. That's an easy trip. Right?
Hour, 5 minutes, whatever. From here downtown Detroit to Ann Arbor is more like 27 minutes.
Okay.
28 minutes, not quite 30. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
From downtown. You know what I'm saying? So it's basically half the time to get to Ann Arbor than it is to get to Lansing.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Now, what are your? We talked about this in the pre-show today, and you're watching the Two Live Stews and the Two Live Stews experience. You've been in this comedy game for how many years? What year did you first start doing comedy?
First started doing comedy as very brand new, 1995.
1995. So you've been in this comedy thing for 31 years.
Yes.
What do you think about the state of comedy and, in particular, the emergence of these what I call internet comedians that are blowing up? I saw a little Country Wayne do an interview with, who was it? I can't remember who he did the interview with, but Lil Wayne says he makes like so many millions of dollars from these videos, and he don't even want to do stand-up anymore because he's making money on the internet. Like, what's your thoughts about, from an old school comic, a guy that came in doing it the hard way, what I would call a hard way, to how it's being done today? And a lot of these internet guys, they are good, but they got a much different trick to fame than you did and comedians before you.
Yeah, I come from the era where you had to wait in line to get on stage, sign the lists, and wait in line I remember when I moved to LA, you had to wait in line at the Laugh Factory to go up on their open mic from like 7 in the morning. Like, and then so the show didn't start till 8 o'clock at night. And so you had to wait in line, sign the list, and you might go up, maybe.
Wow.
So I come from that era. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I come from the era where you could be on the list and you could get bumped all the way off the show. So this is live performance. This is live entertainment era I come from. This is all pre-social media, all of it. You have to literally earn your way on the microphone, earn your way to stay on the microphone, and earn your way to become a headliner, and then you make the money. So now everything has changed. So with social media, it allowed people to become comedians that would never even think about going to do a live performance, because live performance is stand-up comedy. That's different. Mm-hmm. But being a comedian is social media. It opened the doors for people to be able to do that and to monetize themselves and make the money that we couldn't make. You know what I'm saying? At that time.
You can't be mad at somebody for making money.
No, you can never
Right.
be mad at them. I don't think that people are mad at them.
Right.
I think where the problem is with authenticity and when it comes to stand-up comedy.
Well, I
So,
mean, there are some people mad at him. I saw an interview I think Faison Love did, and Faison Love is very critical of these guys.
Yeah, well, he's critical because he ain't making the money that they're making. And he's not doing the things that they're doing, so he's critical.
Right.
I'm not making the money they make, but I'm not critical like that because I see what it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're in a different genre of comedy. And you know, with social media, you can make money. You can make money from videos and clips, and this is a different way to create a source of income. You can't be mad at that.
Right.
But when it comes to stand-up comedy on the stage, is where people get their panties in a bunch and for good reason, because they're not the same. And they feel like some of the internet comedians try to cheat their way to the stand-up. That's where the problem is.
Right.
So they feel like they want to jump because they got the followers to jump to the live performance, and they do, but when they go, they wind up not doing very well.
Right. Go ahead.
Because it's a different genre, it's a different animal, it's a different muscle.
Right.
And stand-up comedy is way different from, the camera. So that's where the discrepancies come in at on who's a comedian and who's not and these type of things. And you just got to look at it from a critical angle, man. These guys have made their way, and I love them for it.
Yeah.
But they're not stand-up comedians per se. Some of them are. You got your Shuler Kings, you got your Brian Davis.
That's not the Shuler King.
Even Country Way. I mean, some people have made their way, you know what I'm saying, into the stand-up comedy realm, and they're doing very well.
Are you a Drewski fan? You've seen the big news, the controversy with him and the Erica Kirk stuff. What do you think about Drewski and his type of comedy?
Drewski is funny, man. He's a funny guy. I didn't like the sketch he did on the Bros. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't be doing that. We don't play like that. Don't do that.
He did that sketch about the Bros, man. I was like, hold on, man. But at the same time, he's a comic. He's a comic, and you know what I'm saying? And things are, everything is free. It's comedy. It's comedy, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I like what he's doing as far as that. Now, as far as his stand-up comedy, I don't know. I've never seen him on stage.
What about
Funny
Marco? Funny Marco. You know
Funny
him?
Marco.
You're familiar with him?
I know who that is. Yeah. I know Funny Marco.
The interviews and always has a serious face when somebody tells a joke.
Yeah.
Who else? Drewski, Kay Connett.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah. So you're right. It's a lot of these guys, man, that have made a path for themselves. You can't be mad.
There's no way to be mad. It's just when they try to cross over into stand-up comedy is where it gets sticky because some of them come arrogant. You can't come arrogant to stand-up.
Yeah.
Because that ain't your cup of tea.
It's almost like the bros, kind of like. Nah, you a youngin'. You got to sit back. You got to learn. You got to talk to your pro fights. You got to see how the game is really played and what this thing is all about. All right, when we get back from the break, last 48, the biggest memes in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group over the last 48 hours. My man Howie Bell, E Square 92, Benedict College, Mighty 16 joining me today. Ryan is on vacation. We'll be back on Monday, so don't go away. Two Live Stews.
Bro.
Are you tired of workouts that leave you feeling drained? Do you want to push your limits without compromising your health? Introducing NPE, the ultimate pre-workout powerhouse. NPE is packed with natural plant-based ingredients that fuel your body and mind. We're talking about sustained energy, enhanced focus, and accelerated recovery. All this while giving your immune system a powerful boost. But NPE doesn't stop there. It also stimulates circulation, enhancing blood flow throughout your body. And it doesn't just improve your workout performance, it also boosts fertility and sexual drive in both men and women. Whether you're a seasoned athlete or just starting your fitness journey, NPE is here to help you reach new heights. Don't settle for sluggish workouts. Unleash your inner athlete with NPE. That's natural performance energy. This is not your ordinary pre-workout supplement. Our clients will tell you NPE also stands for natural power, peak performance.
Hello, welcome in. What's your name? What's your name?
Aesthetic just a little too hood for me.
You're absolutely right. I'm actually very hood from the east side of Detroit, and I love that about me.
You smell.
My name is Evan, 27. I don't like. Do you smoke?
Smoke weed every day,
Yeah,
faithfully.
just look a bit smoked out. No disrespect, but yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
So,
Trust me, I'm not tripping.
nah,
All I do is I don't drink, I don't smoke cigarettes. So, everybody has their vices.
yeah, nah,
And I done been through some living in Detroit. So if
yeah,
all I do is smoke, I'll take that.
yeah. It's a limit. So, yeah.
And is he someone, if he approached you, is that your type?
Actually, yes. He's tall. He got a nice watch. I love a man with a watch. It gives business. And his hair looks nice.
Thank you.
So, yeah,
Thank you.
he's actually my type.
You're
Just want to live. Give your homegirl a business, dog. What's up with that? Hey, welcome back to the show. Doug Stewart, Howie Bell today, filling in for Ryan. Sports Talk with Hot Sauce, Texas Pete Hot Sauce, all of that stuff. Thank you for joining your boys on the 2 live stews.
I like Texas Pete. I only eat Texas Pete when I'm down south, bro.
Absolutely, dog. That's what we do down south. What's the dude? I meant to post something about this, but I got sidetracked. What's the guy named that used to be married? He played in the NBA and he used to be married to Tiana Taylor. He does the NBA hits now on ESPN. Ollie, do you know? Hold on, let's get Ollie back in here.
Got me with that one.
I was trying to think of his Shumpert.
Amon Shumpert.
Yes.
Thank you, Ollie. How much weed has that ninja smoked in his life? That man lips are so dark.
I haven't seen him lately.
Oh my gosh, this dude got the blackest lips in the history of black lips. Nothing wrong with black lips. I mean, a lot of us just naturally have them. But god damn, next time you turn on the NBA show, look at him.
He could be smoking Black and Miles too. He could be smoking.
Oh, he's absolutely smoking black. He's smoking black and something.
Black and something.
It might not be. It can be black and action oriented, but it's definitely a lot of weed. He smokes a lot of weed. All right, welcome back to the show. Let's jump into these last 48 memes, the biggest memes in the 2 Hour Chiefs Facebook stack group. Let's get it, Tree. Howie, you know how this works, right? So we got all of these memes and we just going to discuss, man. Let's
get it.
What we do in the internet. Oh, Tree is the greatest. She's the greatest producer in all of producery.
And all the producery.
It's even like 3 or 4 shades darker right now. Bless his heart. And he does a good job. He does a very good job from what I've seen of him commentating about NBA and basketball, all that stuff. But yeah, brother, you put the Chiba down. All right, thank you, Tree. Tree just threw that in there on the fly. See, that's why we got the greatest producer in all producery. All right, let's roll out these last 48. This is from Basketball Hype. They really put Bronny's 91 points in the biggest font. So what this is most combined points scored by father-son duo in the NBA all time. LeBron James, who scored more points than anybody else in the world, even though his son's only been in the league a year, his points combined with Bronny's points is the most by over 5,000, looks like. Then the next guy, which is Dell Curry and Steph Curry, Joe Bryant and Kobe Bryant, Michael Thompson and Klay Thompson, Dolph Shays and Danny Shays. I remember the Dolph Shays name, but I don't even remember his game or anything like that. Where do you fall on this talk about Bronny and LeBron setting it up for his son to play in the NBA, but he doesn't deserve to? He's not that good of a player. What are your thoughts about that whole conversation, dog?
It's complete nepotism. We all see it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can play with Bronny. I can post up Bronny. Let me tell you, I don't even play in the NBA. I can post Bronny up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I mean, it's nepotism, bro. This is my son. I'm the best player in the NBA. I want my son to play with me.
At the end of the day, dog, it's my son.
It's my son, and I'm the best.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's nepotism. I mean, white people do it all the time. I'm sorry. They hire all kind of kids smoking. You know what I'm saying?
They've been doing it since the beginning of time, as a matter of fact.
Since the very beginning of time. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so, I mean, he's not a very good NBA player. He's average at best. You get to my Simon Cowell. Average at best. in my Simon Cowell voice. But yeah, but I mean, you know, they did that. They highlighted that for a reason, man, because it looks silly.
You know what? Was it yesterday or a couple of days ago? They were running down all of LeBron's records that he owns, that he possesses
Yeah.
right now. LeBron got every record in the history of the NBA, man. He got like 170 different records that are never, ever, ever going to be broken. And Ryan thinks that I get on LeBron a lot because I'm a Laker fan, because I'm more of a Kobe fan, because I'm a Jordan fan. But you have to give respect to the king. I mean, this man is one of the few athletes that has really surpassed what we thought he was going to be. Remember now, he was on the cover of Sports Illustrated, skipped high school, went straight to the NBA. Like, this guy's career has been unbelievable. And I give him credit. I give him credit. A lot of things that he's done in his career, like the whole, switching teams and the decision and all of that, from an old school basketball guy that never saw players do that growing up. I'm not a fan of that, but you got to give this guy his flowers, man.
Not only that, LeBron, have you seen him play this season?
Guys,
do this. He's still jumping out the gym, bro. I mean, like, honestly, I had to grow. My respect for him had to grow because I was such a, not a LeBron fan. I was such a Kobe Bryant fan, of course. And but now I'm honest, man. I've grown to appreciate and respect this dude on another level because not only from what he done his whole career, but look at him now.
Yeah.
He's still playing very well at a high level. How old is LeBron now?
I think he's 42. Right.
42?
Yeah, he's in his 40s, right.
Come on, man. In his 40s, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable, man. His athleticism, that speaks a lot to his discipline, his training, and all that stuff, man.
Right.
It speaks a lot to that, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Shouts out to our folks in Detroit, WGPR 107.5 in Detroit. If you're watching the show right now, whether it's the replay or the live show, couple things we need for you to do. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and subscribe, all right? Subscribe. The way you subscribe is there's a little bell on the top on 2livestudios, youtube.com, we're talking. There's a bell at the top that you click on that, and it actually will set up an alert for you whenever we go live, whenever, it hits the internet, whenever we post it or whatever. So 3 things. Help your boys out. Help us to promote the 2 Live Studios and the 2 Live Studios experience. Share, and subscribe.
And like, share, and subscribe, and big shouts out to WGPR 107.5. Quick fun fact for you here as well. 107.5 WGPR in particular, first Black television station in America, Channel 62.
In America.
First Black, I want to say radio station too, but definitely Black television station, WGPR Channel 62 and 107.5. That is Detroit, bro. You are tuned in to the D. Shouts out to them. Love them. They've been on the station a bunch of times. Shouts out to RJ Watkins. Shouts out to everybody associated with it, man, going all the way back to, all the great producers of the station. I love them, man. I love them to death. Shouts out to WGPR.
Absolutely. Shouts out to WGPR. All right, Tree, next one. Let's run through this next meme. And you're watching the 2 Live Studios experience. You got a couple good ones coming up.
The Steam, baby.
Slightly mentioned them earlier. 50, are you blind or just committed to being disrespectful? This is allegedly, and you don't know in this day and time because of AI and these people can do so much stuff. I don't know if this is real or not. This is allegedly Erica Kirk replying to the whole Drewski stuff, impersonating her. 50, are you blind or just committed to being disrespectful? That is not me. 50 Cent had something to say about it. You can barely see it at the top. That is not me. Y'all keep posting this man in a wig and makeup like you prove something, and it's getting old fast. Stop playing in my face. Now, this is actually Erica Kirk responding to Drewski. I don't know if she understands, but she's falling right into the trap. That's what he wants her to do, is to respond.
Is this actually her making these responses? Because I've seen a couple.
I just thought it was interesting to talk about the whole Drewski skit and how, like, he's gotten over, I want to say 100 million views.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah.
He's gotten over 100 million views for this video where he's imitating Charlie Kirk's widow, Erica Kirk. I mean, if this is true, you're doing exactly what dude wants you to do.
Yeah. And you know what, man, Erica Kirkman. I think she's made. If this is true that she's making these responses, I think she's made more responses to this than Charlie Kirk being killed.
You're exactly right.
I'm
You're absolutely
sorry,
right.
man. I
Yeah.
mean, like, it's like she's putting more attention on this than her husband actually getting assassinated or killed or whatever you want to call it.
Dog,
So
who's doing this man's makeup? I mean, now you can still see he got, like I said the other day, he got a big hog head now,
yeah,
but like that looks like a white chick. And I heard that Marlon and Sean are talking about doing another white chicks movie, and
they
they're
are.
saying that they're definitely, if they do,
They're
they're
going to
gonna
include him in it.
they're gonna include him in it and give him a cameo.
They should. They should. They should. I mean, it worked. You know what I'm saying? It worked very well. It's funny. And you know, man, to be fair, people been making fun of politicians forever, bro.
Right.
Yeah. Saturday Night Live has made fun of every politician you can think of since they've been on the air.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that, you know, if she is upset, don't get over it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It is what it is. It's what comedians do. You know, but the problem is comedians always touch on some truth. So that's where people get offended at.
From RC in Minnesota, he says, her saying stop playing in my face makes me think it's not her responding.
Yeah, she wouldn't say stop playing.
That's not something a colonizer would say. That's
they don't say that. They don't talk like that.
But it's fun to talk about over here on this show. All right, next one, Tree, and you're watching the Two Live Shoes Experience. You're watching the Two Live Shoes Experience. Howie Bell. Here we go. World star hip hop Boosie is back with another hot take. And he said this several times. Long story short, Boosie says R. Kelly would smoke Michael Jackson in a verses. Studio it is. Boosie said it, not us.
Hey man, listen, Boosie smoke a lot of weed too. You must say that. Smoke Michael Jackson? Come on.
Now, listen. I like R. Kelly's music as much as the next guy. And
I do too.
You could probably make a debate better singer. A lot of people, but not Michael Jackson, because Michael Jackson got an extra gear that R. Kelly never had, and that's the whole dancing thing. That's the whole entertaining thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is ridiculous.
Here's the thing. So they would probably have to add all the songs that R. Kelly wrote for other people too. You know what I'm saying? He did write and produce other songs, a lot of them. Right. And so if you add those in, that's probably what he's more the angle, whoever said that's coming from, So Boosie, that's probably more the angle he's coming from, because R. Kelly does have a huge catalog. But smoke Michael Jackson is smoke. That means like blow him out. I mean, blow him out. That means just like
that's too much. That's too much.
Yeah, that's too much. And I think people need to understand the use of when they use certain words, what they mean. And he would, he would not smoke Michael Jackson. I mean, he just wouldn't.
That's just crazy. And I like Boosie. I like whenever he does the little thing on what's the guy, the white guy named Vlad. Whenever he's on Vlad TV, he's very funny. He's quick-witted. I love his music.
Actually, a cool guy. I had a chance to meet him in Atlanta at the Real Milk and Honey restaurant in Atlanta a few months back, man.
Marvin Child says R. Kelly would. Till Dog. Go back to Till Dog Tree, and you're watching Two Live Shoes. We're reading chat if you're listening on WGPR. Boosie on the lean for real when he says that. Yeah,
he tripping. Yeah,
he tripping. Yeah. Now, R. Kelly is more of Lil Boosie's era, but come on, son. You can't say nothing ignorant like that. You just can't say ignorant stuff and not get checked on it.
Somebody said Chris Brown was better than Michael Jackson before, though. So I've heard it. I've heard that before too. So I mean, like, you got people that kind of outgrow eras and they think, you know what I'm saying? Like I used to love New Edition, especially coming up. And I remember my parents telling me, man, they ain't nothing but the Temptation. They ain't nothing but the Temptation. Right. And I remember hearing that, like, no, they different. You know what I'm saying? But think about the people that grew up watching the Temptations.
Yeah, you grew up.
There's no other better group than the Temptations. You know what I'm saying?
Whoever, I mean, it's in all music. Like, you're right. We follow who was hot at the time of our formative years, okay?
Sure.
So when we talk about hip-hop, I'm talking about KRS-One and Rakim and artists like that. And these young guys are talking about
young or Lil whoever.
Lil Yachty and whoever.
Yeah, young. As long as it's a young or a little to it.
Right, exactly. All right,
so when we talk about Chuck D and you know what I'm saying, they like, get out of here. You know what I'm saying?
And when we talk about Michael Jackson, they're talking about Usher and they're talking about
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown. But here's the thing: I always say to the young people, to the YNs, is you got to talk to somebody that's seen them all. You really can't comment because you didn't see Michael Jackson in his glory.
You didn't.
You know what I'm saying? I can keep it real about young people and say, yeah, this young artist is epic. He's legendary. He's in the same conversation with so and so.
Right.
But a younger person that didn't see those guys back in the day, I don't think they can even be in the.
But even now, the young generation wouldn't get like they, you know what I'm saying? Like they didn't have R&Bs no more. Though. Like that's kind of an old genre of music. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
and you know what?
Really
I respect older cats' opinions. I say this all the time because I was just talking about how our Uncle Donnie was talking about how Jim Brown is the greatest running back ever, bar none. And I was like, and he's seen Jim Brown. He's a big football fan, so he's seen OJ. He's seen Barry Sanders. He was like, none of them are a better running back than Jim Brown. And I tend to say he's probably right because I know his sports acumen, his sports IQ. I know that he's watched sports since the 50s, and he's seen all these guys. I can't comment on Jim Brown. You see what I'm saying? But he swears to death. Jim Brown is eons better than any running back that's ever stepped
It's the same thing in basketball with Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain.
Right.
They felt like those guys like Jim Brown, they played against dudes that worked at the plant. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They worked at the plant, then they came to play sport, football.
Right.
Exactly. So they didn't have the same conditioning and training like now. So I get that argument too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You have phenomenal people playing against laymen's, really.
Right. Exactly.
So I do get that to a certain degree, but those laymen's back there weren't the laymen's that they are now. They were still big. They were naturally men, strong men.
Right.
So, it's a whole different, the men now ain't got that natural strength. Them dudes start working when they were 7 years old, 6 years old, bro.
We call it old man strength where we from, dog.
They really had old man strength back then for real.
There's difference than in the gym pushing weights, bench press, than strong, than old man strong. Old man
strong. And they had the old man strong back then. You know what I'm saying?
Right. All right. Shout out to WGPR 107.5. If you want to hear the rest of the show, if you want to hear any of the show at all, and watch the video, you can do that at 2livestewsyoutube.com. 2livestewsyoutube.com. We got your native son on today, Howie Bell, joining me. More of Last 48 coming up. We're going to jump in a bunch of chat messages. If you'd like to donate, you can do that. 2livestewsyoutube.com. 2livestewsyoutube.com. All right? Don't go away. We'll be back. We got another hour of the show to do. Don't go away. Dottie, we back.